Hey, how's it going, everybody? Charlie Wilson here, aka Sinister Charlie. Welcome back. Yeah, we've got more Gigguk. Somebody suggested this in the comments. This is Isekai is great, actually. I forget the name. Let's go ahead and like that. I forget the name of the guy who suggested it in chat. It was I think it was like a Middle Eastern name, or Persian. I don't know. I want to say Hassan, but I don't think that was his name. He'll know who he is. Yes, Hassan Piker watches. That's who it was. He's the one who He watches my reactions. Uh, I didn't know I had a socialist channel, but yes, Hassan Piker watches me. That's canon now. Anyway, yeah, we've got Isekai is great, actually. And it's not to say that I don't like Isekai. It's that there's too much of it, and it's kind of saturated everything. Uh, and it does well. Obviously, people watch it. It's just, and sometimes it gets pretty creative. Uh, there's that. What's it? The uncle one, and then there's the. Let's see. There's that one where it's like a Chinese leader goes into the future and helps out a pop idol. It's creative. And I really like Tanya the Evil. That's probably my favorite isekai. So it's not that I don't like it. It's just there's too much of it. And there's too much to go through. Ever since SOA, yeah, Sword Art Online kind of made everybody. I don't know. It's kind of a Naruto mindset is what I call it. Because it's like I don't like Naruto, but a lot of people do, and that's fine. It's just I don't like SOA either. It's like it's fine. Some people really like it. Music is good, and I like the music in SOA. But anyway, sorry about that. I had to rant. But Gigguk Isekai is great, actually. I think it is great. Don't kill me. All right, let's go.
Art, I don't want to alarm you. Gigguk is talking about Isekai again.
In the beginning, there was darkness, and then God said, boom, let there be light. So he created Sword Art Online. This happened in the prehistoric era of 2012. By now, we all know the origin story of the modern isekai genre and how it's come to saturate the anime market. It's been almost a decade since the initial isekai boom, so you'd think after all this time, audiences would finally start to get bored, and yet somehow we don't seem to be getting less, we seem to be getting more.
Yeah.
So that begs the question, if you're not watching isekai, and you're not watching isekai, and you're not watching isekai, then who's watching all the isekai?
A lot of people.
I watched a lot of isekai last year, and I
That's a
know
good
I
point.
played my part in giving the genre the image that it has, but I honestly think that the genre might be on the path to a brighter future.
Sorry about that.
Don't mind me, just taking my daily dose of copium. I think 2021 was one of the strongest years for isekai for like possibly the history of isekai. And like, I thought we all agreed that the genre was already stale like 5 years ago.
Kind of.
So today I
Oh, yeah,
break down
there's
just what's going
Overlord.
on in isekai today.
I haven't seen Overlord either. I don't. Oh, boobs. Anyway, I don't. I've never seen Overlord. But here it's good. I'd check that out.
Why I think it's here to stay, and the number one thing I still absolutely hate about the genre. Spoiler alert, it's not what you think it is. Yeah, that was enough clickbait in that intro, right? But before we get to that, a quick word
Good
from
job.
our sponsor. Hey there.
Oh,
Do you
boy.
like awesome stuff? Of course you do.
Yeah, I do. I do. I really, really do. I don't know what is this for? Terabox? Is this one of them loot crates? Or no, I guess not. All right, whatever. Ooh, a knife. Wait.
Camping or outdoors. From their
Oh, okay, all right. It's like a outdoor. Okay. Huh. Yeah. This video is like a year old, but yeah, that does actually seem pretty cool. Some cool camping stuff. Ooh, and pipes. I have a pipe. It's for tobacco. Yeah. Yeah, it's for tobacco. Let's keep going with that. Anyway, sorry.
You can just swap it for a different box or just skip the month entirely free of charge.
Oh, it's a monthly
Yes,
box,
you
huh?
only pay for what you want. So, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the
Hey,
description.
now I want a knife.
Gigguk 20 at checkout for 20% off your first box. Or you can just go to bespokepost.com/Gigguk20. Thank you to Bespoke Post for sponsoring this video. Alright, weebs. Back to Isekai. I swear to God, this isn't Stockholm Syndrome, the video, alright? It's no secret that
I think it
Isekai
is.
doesn't really have the best reputation among anime fans, and I
Yeah.
absolutely see why. The same bland, overpowered protagonist being transported or
Yep.
reincarnated or summoned
Hey,
into that
Tanya the
same
Evil's good,
RPG
though.
world
Right.
with the
Come
same
on.
harem living the same self-insert power fantasy. The Isekai genre definitely went through an extended phase where we got some shit. Like,
A lot of it.
a lot of shit.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
uh-oh, stinky, poop,
Oh, God.
poopy.
Remember that shit? Are people still doing that meme? Because I hope not. That's so stupid.
Sure, there were outliers that stood out, but a lot of us got bored of the scene very, very,
Stinky.
very quickly.
So
and if you ever
stupid.
wondered why it was ever like this, then you have one place to blame. Shousetsu ni Naro. This is a site where
Ooh.
users can post their own web novels for others to read, kind of like the YouTube of light novels. ReZero, Slime, Soma Spider, Overlord, Mushoku Tensei, Shield Hero, Konosuba. If there's an
Shield Hero.
isekai, big
I saw the first episode of the second season of Shield Hero on a Discord call with one of my friends, and it's the second I hear the second season wasn't that good anyway, but I watched that I don't know if it was the first episode, but it was an episode of Shield Hero second season, and I was not impressed. Even though I heard that, I wanted to watch the first season, but I didn't really get into it when it came out. But yeah, I hear the first season was great. I don't know what happened. Anyway,
big
sorry.
or small that's come out in the last 10 years is probably come from here. So when I'm talking about modern isekai, what I'm really referring to is Naroke, or stories that have come from this one site. And if you look at the stories that have been adapted from here, you'll basically see how much it's had an effect on the modern isekai culture. If you've ever wondered why a lot of modern light novel adaptations feel so fucking homogenous, isekai or not, it's probably because the source material originated from here. And if I'm allowed to put my tinfoil hat on for a moment and speculate based on other sites
Must be making a lot of money.
content, all of this kind of makes sense. Remember when Casey Neistat started posting and then every YouTuber vlog needed to be a Casey Neistat style video? Or when Mr. Beast blew up and then everyone to this day is still trying to market their videos like a cheap copy of Mr. Beast? Well, imagine this same kind of influence between creators being permeated through an entire generation of web novel authors on a single site, and suddenly you understand why a lot of isekai and fantasy stories feel like they are copying from each other. Why do light novel titles sound so fucking dumb? Well, it's because they are literally clickbait to get users to click on their story, like you see with YouTube videos. Except imagine if our YouTube videos get turned into professionally published works and you're stuck with titles like I got addicted to VTubers and regret everything. Honestly, that's not a bad title for a light novel. Content creators will naturally gravitate towards the
I
type
could
of
see
content
that.
they see doing well no matter what platform they're on. It's something we see with any site, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Does that excuse the amount of mediocrity that's come from there? No, but it does give a bit of an insight into why so many isekai were made and sets the stage for the state of the genre
Yeah, I
today.
kinda get it
Recently,
now.
It really feels like the isekai anime being adapted has finally started to find its own footing, and we're moving past the point where shows were defined by a
Oh,
single
God.
cheap
Spider
gimmick. Or in
anime.
another word, except this guy has a smartphone, and this guy has a mum, and this guy has a vibrator. Instead, more often, I think we're seeing
That is an actual, I think that's an actual manga. Or manga. I saw something. Anyway,
actual
sorry.
interesting concepts
I was
that
thinking
get
about
explored in
that.
more depth, like people
I'm
are
not gonna
starting
explain
to realize
myself.
that audiences want more than just the same power fantasy show with some dumb fuck gimmick. Slime Season 2 took its premise and then fully leaned into becoming a civilization-type city builder where Rimuru actually encounters problems he can't just solve with force.
Sorry,
makes
I'm
hard
very,
decisions, makes
phlegmy
mistakes,
today.
and then fully
My
suffers
bad.
the consequence of it. The world's finest assassin said, "Let's isekai John Wick." If you take someone who's already skilled and powerful in the real world, how would he use his skills and knowledge to break the systems presented in the fantasy world? What happens when a goddess isekais more than one person to get the job done? What will the majority of people do? Realist Hero takes a
Don't
really
isekai
interesting
me,
look at
bro.
What happens if we take modern psychology and apply it to governing a medieval fantasy setting? Machiavellianism, game theory. Eventually in the manga, it gets to the point where we're using examples from the Cold War, capitalism, fighting communism. The main character takes lessons we've learned from our own history and applies what has historically worked for us in another
That seems
world.
interesting.
These are just some of the interesting ideas I
Yeah.
came across with the shows this year, and many of them them, aside from the basic premise and setting, explored totally different subjects and ideas. Like now, just because you see several isekai airing in a single season, that's no indicator that the shows will actually have anything in common with each other. Mushoku Tensei, Re:Zero, My Next Life as a Villainess, Sentence of a Bookworm, Restaurant in Another World. These are all isekai set in your traditional fantasy world that are completely independent of each other in plot, tone, characters, and appeal. I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 years has more in common with Dragon Maid than it does with the other isekai with slime in the title.
Yeah, Dragon Maid, that's one I want to check out. I don't know what that's all about, honestly. But that's been popular for years. Anyway, I don't know what I was thinking about. I wasn't really paying that much attention. I shouldn't have gotten high before I did this.
Title. Is there still a lot of garbage being made? Yes, but it's no longer as relevant to look at a new show and say it's not like your typical isekai, because a lot of isekai are no longer like your typical isekai.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is sounding like massive isekai copium right now, so I just want to go on a little tangent to look at what I think might be a similar case that happened for gaming. The shooter genre. I remember when these first exploded onto the scene and you couldn't get away from them. Halo revolutionized console shooters, setting the blueprint that many modern shooters still use to this day. Halo 2 set the stage for online gaming, only for Call of Duty 4 to skyrocket shooters into the mainstream, and from there on, there was no turning back. Your friends started playing shooters, your brothers and sisters and your cousins started playing shooters. Heck, I think I even caught a glimpse of your grandma playing Search and Destroy on Terminal once. Shooters were absolutely inescapable, and there was a point where I swear every big game release was a shooter or had some kind of fucking shooter mechanics in it. Shooter after shooter after shooter after shooter. It was like we were getting the same copy and paste game from every big company to cash in on a quick buck. Oversaturation was a real thing and gamers were getting visibly fatigued by them all. So, 20 years later, what do we have to show for it? Well, Halo's got a grapple hook now. As tired as we got of shooters, they never really went anywhere, but instead carved out its own corner in the industry that is still consistent to this day. Did we get another COD 4 or Halo Combat Evolved? No, but what we did get was small...
I mean, could just release Call of Duty 4 again, and again, and again. Again. Yeah, I don't know about... my voice cracked. Yeah, the... Fortnite and yeah, I don't know if I'd call those kind of the last person standing games really first person shooters. I mean, they can be, but I wouldn't really call them that.
Tweaks and innovations that slowly meant that different shooters could find their own niche. You want something more on a grand scale of battles with vehicles? Well, go play Battlefield. Want something more team-based and tactical? Well, Counter-Strike.
Yeah, Counter-Strike is
colorful abilities. How about Overwatch? Battle Royale 2? Well, good thing Apex exists. Oh, you just want to see your childhood ruined? Well,
yeah.
There's still Fortnite. I don't know why Itachi gets so much flack for murdering the Uchiha clan, where Sasuke right here is quite clearly murdering their entire race. The term shooter in the first place is such a broad term for a game where you point at something, then click a button for that object to commit die. And I think this could be what
I played I've played Fortnite 2 weeks for like 2 weeks when it first came out. Yeah, not for me, buddy.
Isekai is turning into for anime. Isekai could just become a staple of anime the same way that high school is. There are hundreds, if not thousands of anime shows set in high school, but that doesn't mean that any two shows are going to have anything in common with each other. If anything, I just wish these shows put in a little bit more effort to at least look more distinct. You look at some genres in anime and you're like, damn, all of these have such distinct style and feeling to them. And then you look at Isekai and you're like...
Yep.
It's like every show is still using the same two character designers with the same fucking color.
It's that SOA bullshit.
One conglomeration of generic mess that makes it impossible to discern any of these shows at just a glance. But you know what? Baby steps. At this point, it's just comfort food for me. Sometimes it is still the same copy and paste show. Yes, there is still a lot of trash out there, but more often now you'll find these neat little ideas packaged into the same familiar formula you've seen that will make you take a step back and think, huh, that was actually pretty damn fun. I'm not saying Isekai suddenly turned over a new leaf, but what I'm saying is in 2021, it didn't feel as cheap anymore. And there was more variety than ever for a genre that is apparently all the same. I do think it still has one massive problem, but it's just not the one everyone seems to complain about. Because to me, the one biggest thing I wish would change is that There needs to be an isekai that has an ending. In almost a decade of the genre, I don't think I've seen a single one come to a conclusion,
Yeah.
and it's kind of getting to me. Pretty much the only ones I can think of are shows that came before the modern boom. All of them, even the so-called good ones, don't feel like they've gotten anywhere close to being finished. No Game No Life, more like no season 2 no more. Overlord, yeah. Overlord of half a fucking kingdom. Rising of the Shield Hero? Yeah, this is more like the slight incline of the Shield Hero. ReZero? More like zero chance of ever seeing this end. Okay, that was awful. My problem with modern isekai isn't that they are bad. It's that they're so damn disposable. We start with one isekai, have a bit of fun, and then just move on to the next one, and then forget about all of them. It feels like a lot of the times writers come in with a single interesting idea, explore it, and then have no idea where to go, so the readers lose interest or the writer just stopped.
Yeah, it just seems like a big, turns into a big money grab. You know, you get into that shonen attitude where you just, you know, you have to make it. Yeah, like if you're one of those people who, like, you know, Akira Toriyama, that Dragon Ball will never end. You know, it's too much. There's too much money in it. It would be really stupid to not keep making like isekai or all this stuff. It's like Naruto and Boruto and One Piece. There's a reason they keep making it. People keep buying it, so obviously there's a market for it. Yeah, which I'm not too pissed off about. It's just it's not for me anymore. That those kind of manga and anime. That's for me when I was 15, possibly 16. Let's be honest, 17, 18, 19.
I've seen so many heroes journeying to take on a demon lord, and not a single one has ever reached his doorstep. There doesn't feel like there's anything close to a complete story, and instead of focusing on finishing one, it feels like the focus for anime is making 6 more. And because of this, nothing has any staying power. We don't see any stories reach their maturity, and because of this, it becomes so vapid. Mushoku Tensei, ReZero, Overlord, it's series like these where you can see the foundations being laid for a full-blown tale. There is depth, there is characters, there's a thought-out world behind it. It feels like these shows are actually trying to tell a full story rather than coming in with a few interesting ideas and fucking off. ReZero just spent an entire fucking season in one place so they could say, hey, let's have Subaru stop dying so cheaply, let's make Amelia an actual character. And while a lot of people may have found the slower progression boring, I respect the fact that I had the confidence to spend the time to really flesh out sides of these characters we never got to see in season 1. And Mushoku Tensei is, well, you already know how I feel about Mushoku Tensei. If there was
I don't actually, or do I?
All the changes I wanted to see, this could be it. Because unlike most other isekai, the source material is already done. Yes, it has a fucking ending.
Oh, that's good.
I hope to God that these types of shows will get the chance to fully follow through with the story they want to tell, like your Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I generally like anime that actually have an ending, which is what pissed me off about Berserk so much. There's never going to be an ending, is there? Or I haven't even seen the new ones or the new one that has come out. So I stopped watching or stopped reading after Kentaro Miura died. So yeah, I don't know. It's probably why I like Fooly Cooly and Kill la Kill as well.
Titans,
it actually
My Hero
ends.
Academias, and Demon Slayers, they get the seasons, all the seasons they actually deserve, because I don't feel like we're even close to reaching the peaks these stories could tell, and I think it's only when we do get the chance to see some of these peaks that isekai can start being taken more seriously. I think this is the one thing single-handedly stopping isekai from eating at the big boys table, where we don't have to feel like pointing at these shows we like and say, no guys, this is a good show for an isekai, and instead just saying, no guys, this is just a good show. In conclusion, isekai will never die.
Nope.
It just gets reincarnated into another
Shut up. Shut up. Oh, wait, what the hell? Oh, hey, come on. I didn't want the next video. Well, that's the next one we're going to watch, probably. I like how that shows up in my watch later list. Anyway, yeah, that was, I need to go back anyway. Here, hold on. Let's go back. Jerks. Yeah, so the Isekai is great, actually. Yeah, succinct. It summed it up pretty well. Yeah, and it's never, yeah, like he said, it's never gonna die. It's gonna keep going. It's a genre. It's never, genres don't really die. Yeah, but that one he was talking, the one video I did, you know, a couple days ago. Yeah, I might have to check out that Isekai one of these days if I get the time. Yeah, and like I said, I don't hate it all, but it's market saturated, and that was a year ago. So, all right, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for all the views recently. It's been fun. It's been nice, and I like talking to you guys in the comments. So leave your comments and suggest more videos because I need content. All right, later.